Life-threatening flash flooding is ongoing in our area. Your forecast across the Caribbean and the Bahamas starts right now.
This is Meteo Mundo.
Hi friends, Rusty back here at Meteo Mundo. We're your home for Caribbean weather. Nice to see you today. I hope you're doing well. We got a lot to talk about in this video. Unfortunately, we're going to have to begin with some life-threatening flash flooding through several islands in our area. We'll talk about how much rain has fallen, how much more rain will fall today and in subsequent days. I've got your island by island rainfall forecast as well. You guys have sent me a lot of pictures and videos of some of that significant flooding. We'll take a look at that as we get started. Meteo Mundo, sponsored by the leading law firm of Central Florida, your hometown homeowners insurance attorneys, offering free consultation and policy reviews. They'll walk you through every step of the insurance claim process. You go to leanonmelaw.com if you would like more information. So I mentioned it in the last video, friends, just how we could continue to see some widespread, very significant rain, especially through portions of the greater Antilles, and that has been ongoing the past several days. The most significant rain has fallen over portions of the Dominican Republic, Puerto Rico, and the Virgin Islands. We've had heavier rain, eastern Cuba, Jamaica, portions of the lesser Antilles as well. And again, as we move through this, if you guys live in these areas, you let me know in the comment section below how you guys have been faring, because this is significant. Unfortunately, there have been some fatalities because of the rain, and ongoing life-threatening flash flooding continues in these areas. You can see the rain just billowing up very quickly this afternoon across a lot of the Dominican Republic. We have all kinds of flash flood warnings in effect for the DR. The most significant flash flooding so far has been in interior, higher elevations of the western side of the Dominican Republic. But you can see the heavy rain really spreading across the eastern side of the island. Puerto Plata, Samana, look at the storms near La Romana and Punta Cana, heavy thunderstorm over Santo Domingo. And again, it's not just rain. I mean, look at the lightning count here really getting going. So waves of heavy rain. We've had many areas with 2 to 4 inches of rain today, or 50 to 100 millimeters, and even locally higher amounts. That's on top of some areas seeing 4 to 8 inches or up to 200 millimeters in just the past 48 hours. So you're putting nearly a foot of rain or 300 millimeters in some areas in the past 72 hours. Landslides, mudslides, urban flooding, small stream flooding, it's all going to be an issue. Again, if you guys live in the DR, let me know in the comment section below what you guys have been seeing. The Haitian side of the island has had scattered showers and storms, pockets of heavy rain, but the flooding potential hasn't been as significant, but still some heavier rain near Lacaille in the Port-au-Prince area. We crossed the Mona Passage to Puerto Rico and the Virgin Islands, and we have significant ongoing flooding in these areas. We've had that the last couple of days. It continues this afternoon. When I zoom into Puerto Rico, guys, over the last couple of frames, look how the thunderstorms have blown up again right over the island. Very heavy rainfall, flash flooding ongoing right now. We can take a live look to the radar here out of the southeast side of Puerto Rico. You don't see many areas where it is not raining, and there's a lot of orange and red on this map. That means that's heavy rain and again storms right now towards the Arecibo area, but we've had very heavy rain and ongoing flash flooding from the Barranquitas area all the way west towards Mayaguez, including Uti Alto. San Juan has had some significant flooding. Many of you have let me know in the comment section below that it's been a problem and it's ongoing as we speak. When I bring on the flash flood warnings that are currently in effect, all of the areas in green are under flash flood warnings, right? That means there's ongoing significant flash flooding. And you notice the word considerable there, which means that the flooding is considerable. And when you look at the Weather Service office from San Juan, their warnings are for already 1 to 3 inches of rain and fallen in a lot of areas with an additional 1+. So again, there's your 2 to 4 with locally higher. Some areas could get 5 inches of rain today, and that's again on top of more than 6 inches of rain that have already fallen in a lot of these areas. And you can see the radar takes you to the eastern side of the Dominican Republic, takes you back towards Vieques and Culebra and St. Thomas and St. John and St. Croix and Jos Van Dyke and Tortola. It's all wet. It's all wet, it's all stormy, and this is just not moving. When I put the radar into motion, it's only going to be a loop over the last half hour, but I want you to just notice that some showers are moving northeast to southwest, other showers are moving west to east. There's a huge congregation along this trough line, a lot of lift in the atmosphere, and these showers and storms aren't moving quickly. and they're not going anywhere. And it's going to be a problem, not just for the remainder of today, but for at least tomorrow as well. So for the Dominican Republic and Puerto Rico, flash flood warnings. Some areas, again, 2 to 4 inches or higher just today. And some areas have had more than 8 inches or 200 millimeters in the past 2 days. Tomorrow, Saturday, will bring more flood threats. Unfortunately, the areas inundated with rain right now will get more additional heavy rain as a potential for tomorrow. Landslides, mudslides, urban and small stream flooding, all is going to come along for the ride in these areas the next couple of days. We've also had some significant storms. This is from Mike, North Shore of St. Croix. He said his buddy sent in this photo, but look at this water spout. I mean, what a classic view there. You've got the dark sky in the background, and in the foreground, we have our funnel cloud all the way down to the ground. That's a water spout. What a beautiful but horrific shot at the same time. And then Mike sent in a photo or a video from St. Croix from his area where he had some rain in the banana trees there, said it was good rain. You notice that that's the kind of rain that we want to see. Nice soaking rain, but you know, there's been some heavy rain across St. Croix as well. And then The Essentials sent in this video from Tortola in the British Virgin Islands. That is actually a road. It looks more like a small stream, and there's some significant water flowing through that, but that is a very common sight throughout the U.S. and British Virgin Islands, Puerto Rico, and the Dominican Republic. Low-lying areas are just packed full of water. Please, friends, don't drive into flood waters. We say turn around, don't drown. Please be very cautious getting into those lower flooded areas. This is going to be a problem over the next couple of days. All right. So let me get the radar off of here real quickly. I'm going to bring back on our satellite data and we'll continue. Now, we get into the Lesser Antilles, and in general, you know, the rain has been not as significant. If nothing else, we've had pockets of heavy rain, right? And, you know, there could be a little bit of flooding in Anguilla, St. Barts and St. Martin, Antigua, Barbuda, St. Kitts and Nevis, Saba, St. Eustatius, Montserrat. I'm not saying there isn't, but it's not nearly as widespread. The showers have been more progressive, or they've been moving quicker out there as well. You can see that on the visible satellite imagery. There's just a little bit more speed to the clouds here. And then when we get south to Montserrat and Guadalupe and Dominica, again, you know, thicker clouds, a little bit more moisture, but at least the showers have a little bit of forward speed, so they're not sitting on top of one area, hopefully for too long. And some of these areas still could use some rain. And as we go through the remainder of the weekend and into early next week, I do think portions of the Lesser Antilles will get in store for some heavier showers and storms. We'll take a look at that coming up. Nueva Esparta, dry right now. My friends in the ABC Islands, we've had some decent cloud coverage the last couple of days in some areas. Probably hasn't equated to a lot of rain in most spots. You guys let me know in the comment section below if you've had any of that. Heavy showers and storms continue across Panama and Costa Rica. When I go back over to the enhanced satellite imagery, again, we talked about our monsoon trough in the eastern Pacific blowing up these storms from San Jose all the way up towards Panama City. The air is drier. You get to Nicaragua and Honduras. We've had some scattered showers here, but it's mainly been a dry couple of days, more isolated showers than anything else. You can see on the visible satellite imagery, we're trying to billow up a couple of clouds here and there. Now, an area that has had some significant rainfall and storms as well have been my friends in Jamaica, and we're doing it again on this Friday afternoon. Look at the moisture coming in, look at the cloud coverage, look at the lightning beginning to develop. Once again, we're going to have fairly widespread across the island showers and storms. I don't think there's any one area I'm going to favor for the remainder of today, maybe the southern half of the island, but look, Montego Bay and Falmouth and Ocho Rios and Port Antonio, we'll have a chance for some showers and storms. You can see towards Mandeville and Maypen in the Hayes area right now. Old Harbor, pretty healthy showers and storms. Again, my friends in Jamaica, let me know how it's been happening. Have you had some rain for today and storms? What it's been like the last couple of days? I've got some great video to show you out of St. Catherine, just west of Kingston, southern side of the island, just west of the Kingston area there. This is from Theodore Morgan. Look at this video, guys. You can barely see out. It's raining so hard. I mean, that's the sheets of rain coming down. Again, the beginning of the video, you can clearly see the palm tree, right? And then Theodore pans off towards the right. You can see a little bit broader view, but in just a couple of seconds here, look how the visibility reduces as that heavy rain comes in. I mean, you can't hardly see outside. It's raining so hard. So we've had pockets of really heavy rain and some flooding in Jamaica to go along with it. So I hope you guys have been doing okay with that. Listen, I appreciate everyone who sent me pictures and videos over the last couple of days to help tell your weather story. You want to do that, the easiest way to do it, myMediaMundo@gmail.com. All right, we go farther north and west from here. Again, thunderstorms developing in the central and the eastern sides of Cuba. Once again, the Bahamas have enjoyed a pretty nice day. Back over to the enhanced satellite imagery. Look, a few fair weather clouds passing by. There will be the opportunity for some rain in the Bahamas coming up early next week, and I'll have more on that in just a second. Let's get into that forecast part of the video, friends. Look, I know there's a lot to talk about, but there's some significant weather happening right now. Thank you for taking a quick second to like this video, all right? That helps the channel out more than you even think. Thank you for subscribing. If you want these forecasts across the Caribbean and the Bahamas, you found your home. Thank you for sharing this channel with your family and friends. As we get closer to hurricane season, you know there's much more to talk about, and I appreciate those who are members and those who find other ways to support us here at Meteo Mundo as well. All right, so back out to the broad view. Once again, this trough continues to feed into this mid-level low situated far south and east of the Bahamas, right? This is not going to be a direct influence on our weather, but it is going to allow this rich tropical moisture to continue to stream in. Now, eventually this trough will begin to erode and fade, which is kind of like a weakness in the atmosphere, which is allowing a lot of lift, which is producing the heavier rain. And again, look, we're into May now, friends. The tropical moisture is becoming more and more abundant, so we just have more water to squeeze out of the atmosphere when these scenarios develop. And you can clearly see, again, from the East Pacific all the way into the Southwest Caribbean, we're going to get pockets of heavy rain to develop once again. So let's break down what it's going to look like over the next couple of days for you guys. And then I've got your island by island rainfall forecast. I obviously want to start with the areas that will continue to see heavy rain, significant flash flooding. And it will be through portions of Hispaniola, especially the DR side of the island. We could get some heavier rain in portions of Haiti again on the eastern side, some of the higher elevations. I am more concerned though about what I expect to see, especially Saturday and Sunday in Santo Domingo, Punta Cana areas, north, Puerto Plata, Samana, and interior locations as well, just north of Santo Domingo. The whole area is in store for additional multiple inches of rain. You know, again, some spots could get up to 4 inches of rain in one day. That's 100 millimeters. I hope we don't get that in 2 more consecutive days. I don't want to see a lot of areas with more than a foot of rain and, you know, total 4 to 5 day time frame, but it's a possibility. It's a possibility that from Wednesday of this week to Sunday, so we're kind of in the middle here on this Friday, that we could get some spots with 300 millimeters of rain or more. It's a big problem here. Again, there's a lot of flood warnings that are currently in effect. Please check in with your local government, but that should continue, unfortunately. It'll be the same situation in Puerto Rico. I don't expect this to get much better until late Sunday. There will be heavy rain again island-wide on our Saturday. Some areas 2 to 4 inches, locally up to 5 on top of anything that you've already seen. All right, that's going to be a problem across the area. That means more river rises. That means more urban flooding, more small stream flooding, more landslide and mudslide possibilities. Vieques, Culebra, the U.S. and British Virgin Islands will be included in this. Anegada, Virgin Gorda, Roadtown, Tortola, Yost Van Dyke, St. Thomas, St. Croix, St. John, all in with the opportunity for multiple inches of rain over the weekend. I'm going to favor Saturday a little bit more. I'm hoping Sunday we begin to break this apart a little bit and then start to turn drier on Monday, but there's still going to be a pretty good chance for rain for Monday as well. Anguilla, St. Bart, St. Martin, Barbuda, Antigua, Ceiba, St. Eustatius, St. Kitts and Nevis, and Montserrat, scattered, heavier rain, more widespread just showers. Again, there should be a little bit of push to these storms, should be sitting over these islands as significantly as areas off towards the west. But look, there's still going to be the possibility for some heavier rain here. Obviously, watch out for increased marine conditions. When these showers and storms develop, we could get 2 to 3 meter wave heights, 6 to 9 foot waves from time to time. The rain will be a little bit more scattered over the weekend. Guadeloupe, Dominica, Martinique, St. Lucia. All right, still some rain, but a little bit more scattered in nature, more dry hours here. Probably no reason to change any plans. Barbados is looking pretty good as well. It gets interesting, especially on Sunday, when we get into St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and especially Grenada and Trinidad and Tobago. As we start to pick up a mid-level wind out of the south and west, look at the moisture the GFS model on Sunday wants to pull into Grenada, Trinidad, Tobago, Nueva Esparta. Maybe the southern sides of the Grenadines as well. Carriacou area, Might have a little bit better chance for some heavier rain than Beckway and St. Vincent. But you get the idea that I'm going to be increasing the rain chance in the southern side of the Windward Islands. Hopefully we're pulling in a little bit of moisture off of the mainland there. And then probably a little bit more spotty on Monday itself. Barbados could catch a little bit better chance for a few showers on Monday. Still relatively scattered there. Same situation for the ABC Islands. We're right on the precipice again of seeing some rain. I think if nothing else, we get more cloud coverage late Saturday and into Sunday. But hopefully we get some of this heavier rain moving across the ABC Islands on Sunday. If nothing else, a fast moving downpour. Again, this is all on the northern side of this monsoon trough, and you go just a little bit farther south in latitude and you pick that up towards San Jose and Panama, Costa Rica, Panama. It's going to be wet. It's going to be flooding. There's significant flooding there as well. Before I move on, by the way, I did want to mention, and I actually wanted to do this earlier, so I apologize. I'll take this off just real fast. Give me 1 second here. There was an earthquake near Grenada. I don't see it showing up on my map, but if you live in Grenada and you felt the earthquake, let me know. I just wanted to point that out. I'm always keeping an eye on things, including earthquakes. So that was one that I just happened to notice as I was going through my forecasting for today, that there was an earthquake. And we've had multiple earthquakes near Puerto Rico the last couple of days as well. Most of those probably not felt, but there's been a little bit of an uptick in some of the earthquake activity. Okay, to Jamaica we go. Now look, we've had heavier rain, and I gotta say the models have been underperforming the amount of rain that we've had across the island. You're gonna see that in the model again for today as well. The GFS model, I promise you, the NAM is the same way, European model as well. Scattered rain, but nothing too prolific. So we've really outperformed what the models have said we're going to get rainfall-wise in Jamaica the last few days. I think that will continue. I've got scattered showers in the forecast, pretty decent chances for rain, more than what the GFS is showing, but maybe we get lucky and we get more. Now, we're probably getting to a couple of spots that don't need to see much more rain in the next couple of days. We need to settle down for a bit and then kind of crank it back up again next week, but that's going to be area specific. So again, let me know in the comment section below. Do you need more rain? Are you good for right now? Cayman Islands, an area that could use more showers, will mainly be dry. An isolated chance for Grand Cayman, Little Cayman, and Cayman Brac, but not much. Same situation, Nicaragua, Honduras, coastal islands, Bay Islands there, Roatan, Utila, Guanaja, on up towards Guatemala, Belize, and Quintana Roo, scatter rain. You know, I haven't mentioned Cancun and Cozumel much in the last couple of videos because they've been dry. A brief shower is possible there, but if you have any travel plans, Cancun and Cozumel, the coming days, we're looking pretty good. A few showers are possible, Turks and Caicos, Southeast Bahamas, tomorrow, Sunday, maybe on Monday. Fairly dry, central and northwest Bahamas until potentially late Sunday and into Monday as a cold front comes out of the United States, drifts down, and we could see a few showers there. I'll be monitoring that situation, but I would expect an increase in moisture, nothing else, for places like Walker's Key, Grand Bahama, Bimini, the Abacos, Andros, Nassau, New Providence, Eleuthera, maybe as far south as the Exuma area as well, Long Island. Rain chances could be a little bit higher there. Bermuda's rain chances will be very spotty, right? A little bit of the moisture will be farther to the south there, but there will be a trailing cold front that could produce a few showers in Bermuda the next couple of days. All right, your island by island rain chance looks like this. And by the way, I was waiting, but I have not heard a comment yet. Did you guys notice that now your backgrounds, they're animated rather than just a frame? I got you covered here at Meteo Mundo. We're going to make this visually appealing for you guys. So your rain chance looks like this. For the Northwest Bahamas, building chances through Monday, up to a 40% chance. Slightly higher Central and Southeast Bahamas Sunday, Monday, but still mainly isolated. Same situation for Cuba, favoring the southeast side of the island. Not a lot of rain for the Cayman Islands, Belize City, Cancun, and Cozumel. Can't rule out a brief passing shower, but a lot of dry hours and locations. Jamaica's rain chance really is all over the place. Tomorrow, I've got a 50% chance. Then it looks like we dry out just a little bit on Sunday and then bump the rain chance back up a little bit on Monday. But there will be some rain across the island each and every day. Not completely dry at all. 80% chance for rain tomorrow in the DR, still 60 Sunday, Monday, but again, I'm trying to dry things out just a little bit by early next week. We're gonna hopefully do the same thing in Puerto Rico, but I'm still very concerned in these areas through the weekend with multiple inches of rain expected through most of the island. In some areas, Could get another half foot of rain, another 6 inches of rain, 150 millimeters of rain just through Sunday. It's going to be a problem, unfortunately. U.S. and British Virgin Islands in store for some additional heavier rain, trying to dry out a bit on Monday. Again, isolated in Bermuda. High rain chances in Anguilla, St. Kitts and Nevis tomorrow. Fairly high on Sunday, drying out a bit on Monday, but not a lot, right? I mean, just not a ton of dropping rain chances until you go farther south on the island chain. Antigua, Barbuda, a 70% chance through Monday. Montserrat, high rain chance. Same thing for Guadeloupe. But again, more passing showers than really heavy rain sitting atop of the island for, hours at a time, which they will see in the Virgin Islands, Puerto Rico, and the Dominican Republic. Scattered rain, Martinique, St. Lucia, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Barbados, Grenada's rain chance. Again, there's that local bump in the rain on Sunday. So 30% chance Grenada tomorrow, 60 Sunday, 40 tomorrow TNT, 60 on Sunday. I hope we get it. Some of those areas really could use some rain. High rain chances Suriname and Guyana. More isolated to scattered for Nueva Esparta, the ABC Islands. I think our best chance to pull in some moisture is going to be on Sunday afternoon. So waves, well, obviously as these showers and storms move in, they'll be crashing some waves, mainly an easterly breeze. High sea conditions, eastern side of the Bahamas, Turks and Caicos, but relatively speaking, we're still doing pretty good. I didn't see any large-scale marine advisories to discuss in this video. That's not bad, but in and around the showers and storms, we're going to be kicking up those surf and sea conditions. European rainfall chances, it really is feast or famine. North and west of this line were mainly dry, but look at the European model. Fill in this rain with a lot of darker reds on this map. Again, 2, 3, 4 inches of rain widespread, but locally higher amounts for the areas that I've already mentioned many, many times. Again, if we're going to catch some heavier rain in the northwest Bahamas, that will begin to move in late Sunday and especially on Monday. That's not the graphic that I wanted to show. Do I have one more? All right, give me just 1 second here. Well, I wanted to. We've got the Lean Law Firm logo on there, which is just fine. That's fine. We can make that work. What I really wanted to do is just real quickly here, bring on the potential rain total from the GFS model. I just wanted to, again, with the GFS model, I can actually show you guys, and unfortunately, I don't want to get the Lean Law Firm logo off, but more than anything, I just wanted to point out how much more rain we could see. So apologize for the logo being on there, but you get the idea that the areas that have had significant rain will continue to see significant rain. It's as simple as that. But there you go. Look at the greater Antilles and all the heavier rain right on through the northern side of the Leeward Islands. All right, so back over to this graphic. It looks like this. Instagram, TikTok, X, Facebook. Look, we're across all social media at the handles that you guys see. I appreciate you following us across all of those from time to time. We do some exclusive content on TikTok. Again, you want to send me a picture or video, it's myMediaMundo@gmail.com. And the preview was there, but Media Mundo is sponsored by the Lean Law Firm of Central Florida. They're your hometown homeowners insurance attorneys offering free consultation and policy reviews. They'll walk you through every step of the insurance claim process. You go to leanonmelaw.com if you would like more information. Is this going to be the last graphic? Because now I'm not sure how I'm ending this video. Let's see. I did. Okay. So I will say goodbye. Everyone take care, stay safe. In all seriousness, it's a dangerous situation in the areas we discussed. If you have a specific question about the forecast, please let me know in the comment section below. I'm happy to answer that. Take care. I'm back soon with the latest forecasts across the Caribbean and the Bahamas. That's right here at Media Mundo.